here to wake the room up. Y'all gon' know the name. Expect the unexpected, boy, it big talk, big game. Welcome to the game room. Sit back, relax, and chill. Gonna speak your mind, cause in here we keep it real. You know Darrell gon' say whatever he thinking, dancing cut up. The rank 'em gon' be random. Shout out to Lee, what up? Hot topics and the question of the day gon' blow your brain. Just tune in, it don't change. It's big talk, big game, big talk. Big game. Got big talk. Flip big game. Big talk. Big game. Just tune in, it don't change. It's big talk, big game, boy. Big talk, big game. Yeah. Big talk, big game.
What's up, man? This is Big Talk, Big Game, man. It's your boy D-Rail.
And I go by the name of Lee. What up?
Man, like always, man, we back in effect, back in effect, back in effect. You feel me, man? Welcome to the stage, man, and welcome to the game room at DHHN TV, man. Make sure y'all download the app. It's going to be right there.
App, man.
DHHN.TV, man. Make sure you download it now. The shit is fucking free to everyone. You feel me?
Entertainment all day long.
Catch up on our shows, you know what I'm saying? Get movies or whatnot.
Martin, Boondocks.
You feel me?
Living Color.
Get other shows that's actual
New
network,
movies.
you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, if you want to be entertained, man,
videos.
hey, tune into DHHN. You feel me, man?
And we on there.
Right. We on there, man. You feel me, man? How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great. Nice day outside, you know what I'm saying?
It is.
You know, drop the top on them hoes, you know what I'm saying? Let the titties out. You know, that's what they say when you drop the top. You let the titties out. You know what I'm saying? It's topless. Get it? Topless, man. It was a good day, man. It felt like a good little glimpse of spring.
It did.
You know what I'm saying?
It did. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I could walk outside with my shirt off or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Flexing on them
Throw a little
hoes.
water on my chest to make sure I've been sweating and working out and everything. You know
Sun's
what I'm
out, guns out. You know
right.
That's
Another tagline. You need to tag that. You need to tag that. Yes, sir, man. Another day, another show, man. A big talk, big game, man. And, excuse me. I haven't done this in a while, but it is a national day today.
What you got?
National Cereal Day.
Cereal.
Now, I know we asked a lot of people, you know, what their favorite cereal is. What is your favorite cereal?
I give you my top three. I got to give you my top three. Because, you know, cereal is nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? You grow up, you going to eat some cereal.
Yeah.
In your drawers, playing video games, watching TV, Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
So, if I'm going to go top three, bringing it back, I'm going to say Frosted Flakes, Cocoa Puffs, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The sugary ones.
Okay. Oh,
These days, I really like Honey Bunches of Oats, though. I ain't going to hold it. I ain't going to hold it. Honey Bunches of Oats, you know what I'm saying?
I can't lie. I ain't ate cereal in some years.
Yeah, I don't eat it that often, though.
I ain't ate cereal in some years. But at the same time, if I had to pick my favorite cereal or cereals, I would probably say Cinnamon Toast Crunch would be at the top. Mm-hmm. Captain Crunch would be up there for me. Let's see here. And another one would be Cookie Crisps.
Cookie
Crisp.
Name with that
Cookie Crisp would be at the top as well. Cause see, all them cereals that I just named, you can eat that without even milk. Like you can eat that like a straight snack for real. All the cereals that I just named and whatnot.
Captain Crunch is very popular. That's never really been my up there favorite, but it's a lot of people that love Captain Crunch, man. So
I used to like Frosted Flakes, but after a while it's like okay, the thin ass flakes. You know what I'm saying? I need something with a little bit more power.
I can do Frosted Flakes.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm like you. I don't really eat cereal like that.
I don't eat cereal no more like that.
You know, I don't do the milk all the time like that. So it's cool.
So just let us know what your favorite cereal is. You know what I'm saying? When you watch the show, comment below. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what your favorite cereal is and how you feel about it.
You know, we slide not a Black History Month.
We are.
And we rolling into what?
Women Heritage.
Women History Month, man. So,
History Month,
hey, but it's still Black History also. So we talk about black women.
Right.
That's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so, welcome to this month.
You feel me? And we got a packed show today, man. So y'all make sure y'all tune in and stay tuned in for the whole show. We got a packed show today. You feel me? So let's just get right into it. What we call the hot topics, because they're hot right off the shelf. You feel me? Kentucky, the state of Kentucky, the Senate has just passed a bill to allow parents to collect child support during pregnancy.
I think I saw that. I don't know how I feel about that one, man.
No, because I'm trying to figure out how you already know who the baby daddy is, because you may already be skeptical about what's going on.
Not even that. I mean, there's that, but be real with you, the baby might not get here.
That's another thing, yeah. That's another thing.
Miscarriages happen, stillbirths, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Abortion, that's another thing.
Well, even if they get it to a certain point where it's past abortion, something can still go wrong.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
So I think I don't know. I feel like now it's harder to recoup the money because, like you said, what if you find out you ain't the father? What if you find out, something happened?
Yeah.
Now you've been paying during the pregnancy,
and now
they gotta give it back to you. And
but
how soon? Yeah, exactly. How soon are you gonna give it back? Even if you do,
like
that inconvenience that person at that time. That's a crazy concept.
That is a crazy concept. Crazy. And then what if you paying the money and then you come out to find that the baby really wasn't yours?
Right.
Once again, are y'all gonna give me my money back?
Because even if they find out who the baby belongs to, mm-hmm. Now you gotta, what are you gonna back tax him? I mean, you're gonna get back support from him?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
It's too much confusion.
That's a good question. Yeah, I say, y'all should never pass that bill because there's too many unsolved and unanswered questions.
I'm sure it's a lot of amendments and things to it, but that's a risky one, y'all. I don't know about that one.
Also, in another state, California man is suing a luxury resort for allegedly being stung by a scorpion in his testicles while he was asleep.
Damn. I'm suing too.
So real. Hold on. So how you gonna sue the resort though? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't sue the resort because what I'm saying.
I'm suing somebody. Who else I'm gonna sue? I can't sue the scorpion. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but how you gonna sue the resort? It ain't their fault that the scorpion got in your bed.
Hey! I don't know what it is on y'all legal team. Y'all gonna have to defend it. Y'all gonna have my room clean. You know what I'm saying? Something. Y'all need to take the precaution. I'm suing something. Somebody gonna somebody got to pay for it.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, some resorts are outside. Like you got the no doors or nothing like.
If I lose, I lose. But they gonna have to. I'm gonna have to lose. I'll be there all strapped up, bandages around my leg. I'm gonna have on jeans. Still gonna have on bandages.
I guess if you can spill coffee on your lap and sue the restaurant and win, I guess you can win this too.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? People try to sue for anything. Also in news that, what I'm saying, I just, noticed the other day as well. Nelly says that his era of music was the toughest era in hip-hop history ever.
Nelly era. What era he talking about?
He talking about from 99 to 2010.
99 to 2010. Disagree.
Ooh, you sure? Because I agree.
Disagree.
I agree because
the hardest movie.
Let me explain. Because Nelly had to go not only against himself, but he also had to go against DMX.
Okay.
50 Cent.
Okay.
Luda. Ja Rule.
Okay.
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Nas.
Okay.
BG.
Yeah. I mean, it's
you know what I'm saying? Like you had to go against all them people, and they all fight for one spot.
Now, start creeping up to the 2009, 2010, 2008. It get a little shaky towards them eras.
How so? Because 50 was still popping.
I don't know, man.
DMX was still bumping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z always been bumping.
Okay.
Lil Wayne always been bumping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I know y'all know some artists prior to that. Cause you missing some stuff.
Okay.
You missing cats like Bone, 8Ball, MJG, Outkast, Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Pop. You missing some cats in them early 90s that wasn't around. Snoop. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you go to, like, let's see, he said, 99 to 2010?
Yeah. So, they were still bumping at that time, though. But 99 to 2010, one of the people you just named still bumping at that time?
First of all, Ja Rule was in 97, 98. You know what I'm saying? You still got some of those same artists.
Yeah.
Prior to 99. You talking about prior to 99? Some of Jay-Z's best work was prior to 99.
I'm just saying.
Nas, prior to 99. Biggie,
I agree. That
you know what I'm saying?
That era that he said was tough.
Your boy P. Your boy Master P. You know what I'm saying? That's 90. That's, you know what I'm saying? If you're cutting off that 99.
Late 90s. I mean, if you came out in 97, I'm going to put you in that 99 to 2010.
No, you can't throw you in 99.
Because you were still bumping at that time. When you came just out in 97, you were still bumping in 99.
You're talking about 99 to 2010.
Because you got to think that's when Cash Money was really popping from the 99 to the 2000. They was really popping, you know what I'm saying? So like you gotta put No Limit in there.
Yeah, Hot Boys is 99. 2000.
Right, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put No Limit in there because they was being.
It's crazy how he had to mention 99, right?
Yeah.
Because he could have went 2000, 2010. Like what made you go 99 to 2010?
I mean,
and then we can go 90 to 99. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know it's debatable, man. It's debatable. We got a ton of hip hop shows on HHT.
Eminem.
TV, so.
Forgot about Eminem.
Yeah,
he was in that time.
Eminem,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I agree with what he was saying. That was the toughest hip hop era. I agree.
It's just like anything when you start talking about eras. I don't care if you're talking about sports, music, movies. The time before has to set the tone for the next time. You know what I'm saying? It would be no Ja Rule if it wasn't for DMX.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to But it's like the
compare.
CEO of Bridging the Gap. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about what Nelly has said? Did you hear what Nelly said?
Huh?
Did you hear what Nelly said?
Get to him again.
Nelly said that his era was the toughest hip hop era ever in history from 99 to 2010 when the people that he had to battle against.
Let's see. Pimp Juice.
Let me give you the artist that he named.
I know.
Huh?
I know.
Okay.
The only ones moving units is Pimp Juice, and us.
So
that's
we
what Jay-Z said.
So we talking about, God damn. So we talking about Nelly, we talking about Jay-Z, we talking about Eminem.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about DMX.
Yep.
We talking about
Nas.
Mm-hmm.
Get Q-Tip went solo for a little bit.
Yeah.
Talking about Lil Wayne.
Your boy
Lil
Buster.
Wayne, Hot Boy.
Your boy
Cash
Buster.
Money. Buster was hot.
Yeah.
Missy was hot.
Ja Rule.
Ja Rule.
Hey, listen though.
Hey, wait.
Hey, a lot of them artists you named
Wait a minute.
were also prior to 99.
So what's his from 99 to what?
99 to 2010.
And when you start getting to the 2010s, you lose a little bit of.
He
I
said.
don't think you should have went 2010.
Well, he said 99 to 2008. 10. He said 8 at first, but he did say 2008.
He's trying to key in on the people
you know
that he fooled with. You know what I'm saying? I get what he doing.
Oh, we forgetting somebody.
Who you forget?
50 Cent.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
said 50.
50 Cent.
He said 50.
He
You know what I'm
said
saying?
50 Cent.
I agree.
I gotta agree with Nelly.
Right, I agree.
That's
dog.
tough.
That shit was tough, dog.
From a competitive stance, yeah.
That shit was tough, dog.
Hey.
Damn.
Hey.
That shit was tough, dog.
And we forget about Lil Jon Eastside Boy. Just the crunk era.
That's what I'm saying.
Lil Jon,
Dog,
yeah.
that shit was
And that
tough.
nigga was standing tall most of all that shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Nelly was still standing tall. Well,
So who you got before that?
Before that era?
Before 99. Anytime up until before 99.
What you asking me? Before
We talking about artists.
So who from
So what was the competition?
So was
prior
was
to
Outkast
99?
before that era?
Was
Before that
Outkast
era.
before 99?
Yeah. Outkast like
We
94
talking about
started.
groups now. That's different. We talking about groups. It's a whole different ball game.
That is true.
But you still got to consider them too, though. I'm saying that's in that
Well,
era.
everybody
in that
competed.
era.
The best groups was before the 98 because groups kind of saw.
Yeah, only groups after 99 was like them Franchise Boys, who we had on the show.
Yin Yang Twins.
Yin Yang. If you count Lil Jon the Eastside Boys.
Yeah.
That's also when Outkast did the double album.
Yeah.
Speaker Box Love Below.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's the era we grew up in.
Right,
So,
right.
I'm trying not to be biased, but you got to give credit to the OS. Yeah, because you got LL Cool J's. You got Busta Rhymes.
So
you got
depending on.
You got Jay.
Here go the crazy shit.
Biggie Pop.
Here go the crazy shit.
Uh-huh.
Busta Rhymes can be from 90 all the way up.
Busta Rhymes could be in the
Still
80s.
rapping the whole time.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes could have been in the
I
80s.
said 90. I'm gonna say 80. I said 90.
But him and LL.
Because LL definitely 80s. LL. I was LL in high school, so hell yeah. LL in the mid 80s.
No KRS-One.
So
guys.
To speak to that now, in the 80s era, it was tough.
Big Daddy Kane.
It was tough, but the artists in that era didn't have as much content as the people in the 99 whatever. You know? So you figure
because they were starting it off, so
right, and Rakim probably
it's
had
not
2
gonna
good
hit as hard.
albums, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. LL had a few good albums. Big Daddy Kane had a couple albums.
Yeah.
But they were lyricists, so back then we was recognizing that shit because everybody was unique and we was attracted to the different, how it was different from, you know,
right.
How we like one style. And then you can't forget about EPMD. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just so different. It's so different.
See?
Yeah.
So it depends. Yeah. But to Nelly point, in his era, yeah, he right. Ja Rule, nigga, this stink of the albums Ja Rule had by himself.
Right.
Then DMX.
Yes.
Yeah, but
then Jay-Z.
But that's what I'm saying. He had an era. He said 99. Ja Rule came out in 97, right? But he got popping more in the early 2000s when, you know, you got Murder Inc. and you got Ashanti and all them. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it was a lot of the hits in those days, 2000. It was so, that's when you had the real R&B mix. You know what I'm saying? So it was so popular, videos, and like you said, the content was just different.
Content was different.
And then you got, no saying, then you ain't, and that's another thing you open up because you're not even naming none of the R&B artists like Tyrese when he came out, Genuine when he came out doing
his
time.
About
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
If you're talking R&B,
I'm just saying though, at that time, if you consider R&B and rap, everybody's they still fighting for that one spot. You know what I'm saying? They still fighting for that one spot. Yeah, they still fighting for that one spot. And Nelly was keeping it up with the big dogs.
Well, Nelly was. Nelly had, when he did the Sweatsuit album, and Nelly was unstoppable in that era.
Motherfuckers ain't, nigga, we ain't know nigga can do that.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
He true.
That was a different time. Because see that time the marketing and the video, like everything was out there to your exposure. Like anything you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Rap ran everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it, like you said, it was beginning in the 80s. The 90s, people was like, okay, this is, you know, let's expand on this.
Right.
By the time 2000 hit, you couldn't watch a rock video. Rock was dying out. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no heavy metal. They ain't have to compete with no other genre.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because R&B had to merge with hip hop.
Yeah, there was no other genre in there. It was hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
You know, you think about Missy.
Right.
It was like we started running out of pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only wave that really came in pop for a minute that hip hop competed with
was NSYNC.
Was the boy bands. Exactly what I was going. The Christina Aguilera, the Britney Spears. That was the only thing. But then once that's kind of faddish.
Yeah.
Once that ran out.
Not only that, when it faddish, they started doing shit with hip hop too.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, when you got Justin Timberlake and
Cause
Christina did something with Redman.
Yeah, because NSYNC had Nelly on their song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah.
And then all music became pretty much one. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's the progression of it. You know what I'm saying? It's the progression of how that works, man. Yeah. Because if you just straight say R&B, 99 to 2010 versus R&B, like, you know, 90 to 99, that's when you start. That's what you're talking about. Because now R&B win that, right? But one of the only reasons R&B win that is because R&B was pretty much dying out by the time to that. Only thing you had neo soul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jagged Edge over there with Nelly.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why it's so hard to compare eras, man. It's so hard to compare eras, man.
And that's what's going on and whatnot in Trending Topics, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. We're going to take a quick commercial break, man. We got more show to come, more to give you, man. Hey, only on Big Talk, Big Game. You feel me?
Yeah.
And we're back, people. Big Talk, Big Game, man. Like we promised y'all, man, we got a great show, a great guest that just blessed us in the game room, man.
Who we got?
You know what I'm saying? We got an actress.
Yeah.
We got an entrepreneur.
All right.
We got a self-love guru. You feel me? And we got a host of her own podcast called It's Giving Podcast. You feel me? We got the lovely, the sexy, the beautiful, the intelligent, the well-spoken person over here in the game room. We got Sarah Fontenot in the building.
I need to hire you.
What's up, Sarah?
What's up? How you feel?
Chilling, man. How you feeling?
I feel phenomenal.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? So when I very first saw you or whatnot, I forgot you was doing something with somebody else. I want to say it may have been Country One.
Okay, yeah,
that you were doing something. And I was like, you know what, she look interesting. Let me hit her up and see if she be interested in coming on our show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I watched your show, your podcast. I'm like, she got some interesting conversations. We got to bring her on to talk about this conversation that she be having and whatnot, you know?
And also, it's Women's History Month.
It is.
Yeah.
Right? And you speak to a lot. We have, just full disclosure, we have a lot of female guests.
I love that.
And female
ladies.
clients and people that watch us. And a lot of times they come on here and they talk about the dating game in Atlanta. They talk about what's going on in their problems with relationships.
Yes.
So, you're a perfect guest for us, for our show.
Right.
Hey, ladies, how we doing?
You know
we're gonna get real today. I'm hoping.
We definitely
We're gonna dive into a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? But before we do that, you've been successful doing your thing. How does it feel like you being successful in your podcast, you've been your actress? How does that feel where you at in your life right now?
Oh man, I feel like Drake. I'm somewhere between I want it and I got it.
I like that. I like that.
It's just honest. I feel like there's so much more that I could be doing, and then I'm also in a space of like, if I fell off the face of the earth and, was on my compound with my family and my babies and my husband. By the way, I don't have kids or a husband yet. I just know what's coming. I was like, if that were my life, I feel like I would be really happy with that and pop out when it's time to pop out and then come right back in.
There it is.
So I'm somewhere between go way harder and chill out.
Okay. And do you feel like that you have enough time to do the chilling out, to do your own thing outside of your success and business and so forth?
For sure, yeah. I make that a priority. Like, I feel like there's no life worth living if you aren't being authentic to yourself and if you're not loving yourself. Yeah. Because then we're living in a world where we're constantly beating ourselves up, we're shaming ourselves, we're guilting ourselves, we're doing all of these things where it's like life, we feel like an imposter in our own bodies.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's never ideal.
Right.
That's
right.
deep.
Right. Because a lot of times you have people that's so successful, they lose light of themselves. They lose light of what the reality in the real world is
too busy
about.
grinding.
You're too busy, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked you that question.
And nobody pauses you to smell the flowers either. I think that we get in a space, especially in society, where people are so used to you being good at one thing that's all they really start to care about.
Right.
Especially when that's what brings in the money. It's like, as long as you do this, well, how do you feel?
There you go.
And then there's a disconnect, and that doesn't feel good.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So
interesting.
So you know what I'm saying? So I want to take it all the way back as well, because when you was little Sarah, you know what I'm saying? When you were little Sarah, we want to take it all the way back, because we want to go from where it started at to where you at now.
Jeez.
When you were little Sarah,
let's get to your business a little bit.
When you were little Sarah, what was your life like when you were little Sarah before you started being successful and being your entrepreneur and the guru and whatnot?
Well, I'm from Canada.
Yeah.
And
where at in Canada?
Saskatchewan. Yeah, Regina, Saskatchewan, actually. And
try to say that fast. Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Yep, Regina, Saskatchewan. And I was the only black girl in every grade growing up. I didn't move to America until I was 20 years old. I moved by myself. So growing up, I never really felt like I fit in. Gotcha. And so I was a tomboy. I mean, and I was a dirty kid. Look, my dad ruptured we would have had roaches strictly because of me. If roaches could survive where I was at. Okay, it was too cold. It's too cold for them up there. They choose better climates. But I say that to say, my dad ruptured a disc in his back when I was about 10 years old. And my mom was trying to make sure that we weren't homeless, had her own life, all of us kids, my dad's injury, full-time job and full-time school, trying to get her master's in engineering. So inside of all of that, my parents, I have some of the best, mom and dad, I love you so much. I'm so grateful that God chose them for me. And at the same time, when my mom would say, clean your room, but there wasn't accountability. Because my mom was trying to make sure we weren't homeless, and my dad was downstairs in the basement healing. So it was like, I don't need to clean I don't need to take what y'all gonna tell me,
Right. Well, what you gonna do?
What's gonna happen? I'll take my little whooping, okay? And on the black sheep.
You too busy. You down there healing.
I was doing me. So I say that to say, I really was a dirty kid. Like, I was. It just is what it is. And it was actually me being a dirty kid. I had an experience happen when I was 10 years old with a girl at school. And I didn't realize until I was 28 years old, which was a long time ago. I didn't realize until I was 28 years old that I had created a story based on that experience that kept me trapped inside of attracting wrong people, wrong experiences, wrong opportunities, wrong relationships. All of it was just not right, not right for me or my highest version of self,
Gotcha.
So.
Okay.
It was pretty wild.
Okay, and then what was your first job? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you were little.
Babysitting was my first job.
Oh,
Cleaning the house, but we didn't get paid, so I can't even.
Hold on, wait a minute.
We didn't get no allowance.
How you gonna be dirty and you clean? How you gonna be dirty and clean somebody else's house?
So this is the thing. No.
That's why you're dirty. Right?
No, we had to clean our house. This was the rule in the house. Your room, my mom would shut the door. Whatever your room looks like, you live in your own filth, okay? But that living room, that landing, the hallway, the bathroom, the kitchen.
Oh, that better be clean.
Oh, and so I have 7 brothers and sisters, but 5 of us grew up in the house together, right? We have a big, there's a lot of us. Anyway, so we had roles. Like, you would have the bathroom and the hallway. The other person would have the dishes, because there was every dish in the house would get dirty every night.
Yeah, 7 siblings.
Yeah, and it's 10 people in the house, Right. And then there was the landing and it's actually the landing in the hallway, and then there was the living room was equal to, and then the rest of the kitchen. So we all had these little roles that we had to do for cleaning. But if you wanted to be filthy in your room, go ahead. Deal with your little nasty self.
But the stuff that everybody saw when they cleaned the house, that had to be clean.
Yeah, Mom ain't had time to check up on y'all room. Like, she's doing too much.
And I had an incredible upbringing. We got a lot of stories. We fought a lot. Yeah. I'm the baby girl.
I was just about to say, where you at in the
I'm the second youngest. My little brother ruined everything. I was the baby.
He ruined everything.
He ruined everything.
Yeah. Like, how many years later did he come?
5.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all should have just chilled out. I was doing so good. I know I was the favorite. And then Ahmad, I love you, but Ahmad came around and kind of like took my status. And then, but it's funny because growing up in my household, we've always been very loyal, where it was like, you could fight your sibling, that's fine, because we all fought each other. Like, my sister once threw a record at me, shout out to you, Lauren, threw a record at me like a Frisbee. It smacked me in the head, and I had a goose egg, like with the little cut in the middle, for like a week. We fought, but you couldn't fight, nobody else could fight our family.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was like gang in the house.
And that's how I'm supposed to be.
You play with me if you want to. Just know. And that's what's funny. And I didn't tell you guys because the studio, the location's a little far out from the city here, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll let you know. Hey, look, I rarely travel by myself because I'm a woman, and it's nighttime all the things. And today was a crazy day, and so my team's not here. But in my mind, I'm like, look, anybody, because I'm crazy on my own. Okay. Anybody that's crazy enough to do.
Who would have known?
Look, I'm crazy on my own, so I'm already crazy. So if you want to test your crazy to my crazy, cool. But just know, if you get me and I get God, you gon' get got to.
Okay. It may not be today.
It may not be
tomorrow.
today.
But you gon' get got.
You gon' get got. My family don't play, so I'm really grateful. I don't come from a lot of privilege, but I definitely come from love.
There it is.
Well, that's what's important. So what brought you to America? Like, what? How that happen?
Yeah, acting. I'm a cliche.
Okay.
I
got
to
LA?
I did. Okay. 15 years. I just got to Atlanta over a year ago.
How you like it so far?
Now that I learned it, I love it.
Okay.
I stay in my lane and I stay out the way.
Okay. Oh, so you only been here for a year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you may have been here longer than that. Oh, okay.
I'm pretty fresh, and it's funny because, I think my mom was always trying to get us to move back to America because my dad is from Compton, my mom is Canadian, so like I said, crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God, Compton.
Little combination. Yeah, it's a look.
Because Compton, and then Canadian, it's so nice.
Sacagawea. Oh no, it ain't Sacagawea.
Lord.
Oh,
but truly.
Right.
Yeah, so it's been good. And so I moved, I got into a theater academy. They only allowed like 14 to 20 people per semester. I auditioned to get into this school, and I got in. Okay. And so I was like, I'm moving to America. And it's funny because people are like, weren't you scared? Because I was 20 by myself moving to America. And my dad always said, we never worried about you, Sarah. And it's the fine nuances that only in adulthood I'm able to look back and say, like, damn, like, my parents are really dope, because I've always had kind of like this rebel spirit. I've always known to question what you tell me is might be your truth, but that doesn't make it my truth. Right. And I'm okay with that. And you can think whatever you want to think about me. It has nothing to do with me, right? And so inside of that, my parents, my mom and my dad, they used to joke when I was young. My dad would say to my mom, "Can we just kill her? Like, if we just took her and we threw her off of a cliff."
That's the Canadian, right?
No, that's my dad. My dad.
Okay. That was my dad that said, okay. That makes sense now.
And they would joke about it, because I was so hard-headed, and I'm still hard-headed, to be honest, where I need to be, because that's an important, like, leadership skills come with critical thought. Leadership skills come with questioning the status quo and creating the reality that you want instead of taking the one people give to you. And so my mom always said, we had to be very careful with you, Sarah, because there's a fine line between discipline and breaking a child's spirit. And we never wanted to break your spirit. So when I moved to America,
big up to the parents for that one.
Yeah, my dad was like, I'm not worried about, Sarah knows who she is. And I never got swept up into anything. You know, there's a lot of things that you could fall into in LA and in Atlanta. And I'm grateful that despite my struggle, despite when I was debating whether I was going to put gas in my car or food in my fridge, when I got sued for $3,500 because when I lived in my apartment for 4 years, I paid my rent only twice on time, you know, and I was crying myself to sleep at night because I was living off of Teddy Grahams and applesauce and the Jack in the Box 2 tacos for $1. Like, when that was my life.
You living like a baby for real. Teddy Grahams and applesauce?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
She ain't getting no meat.
Man, let me tell you, but I'm grateful for those times because it's built me into who I am now. It's given me that character. It's given me that strength. It's given me that resilience. So I think that it's a really powerful place when you can look at what you're going through and choose to grow through it and not just go through it.
There it is. Man, we got Sarah Fontenot in the building, man. You feel me, man? The game, bro. The self-love guru. You feel me? So is that where you pull, as you call yourself the self-love guru, is that where you pulled that idea or that title from your family, or what your family showed you as far as the love? Is that where you pulled it from?
No, I think I feel really empowered inside of teaching self-love now because I know self-hate.
Gotcha.
You know, there's some things that no matter how much family you have, no matter how much someone, like my mom, my sister, I have a sister, absolutely striking, light bright, Coke bottle frame. I didn't get that blessing, you know. I love you, Lauren. I didn't get that, you know. And so my mom, when we were young, she'd always say, "You are beautiful. Lauren is gorgeous. You're apples and oranges. You cannot compare." And I'm like, gorgeous sounds better than beautiful. What are we talking about? So it literally didn't matter how much my parents would say that they loved me. It didn't matter how much my parents would tell me I'm beautiful. When no boys at school liked me, and they all like Lauren. When no boys at school wanted to talk to me because my hair was different. When no boys, it wasn't until I moved to America that I even started really kind of getting attention. So it was and that made me build a wall of like, oh, y'all trying to just sleep with the new girl. It ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. So I feel like self-love came because I went through the work of learning where am I traumatized, because even though I had an amazing upbringing, we're all traumatized out here, you know, and as parents, we all traumatize our children. I don't have kids yet, I'm just speaking that. And I did the work to find out where am I the pinpoint of all of my pain. And 99% of the time, all of the things that I've been through, it was me. And so I started learning and doing these
accountability.
Accountability. It was me.
You know what? And
not everybody got it.
Right. And I like that how you did that, making you holding yourself accountable, because you don't find a lot of women that do that.
Oh, they say that.
You don't find a lot of women that hold themselves accountable for that.
People in general, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
men and women,
and you may be right, people in general, but mostly if you have to weigh the scale, to be leaning more towards the women, because a lot of women ain't gonna hold themselves accountable.
Well, I think people are just very prideful and don't want to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a lot of deflection. You know, so
being wrong is hard.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And so you got this show, It's Given Podcast.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's being very, very, very successful and whatnot right now. And you be having some interesting conversations. Like, you nervous about what I'm going to bring up?
I am. I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? So one conversation is that you had that you be talking about femininity and masculinity.
Yes.
Or whatnot, and you asked this one lady, like, how did you know, how did you find your feminine side? And she was saying something about just one day being at home doing something. That's how she used to practice it or whatnot, you know. And is that what you get most of the time from women? Is that's how they find their feminine side? Like, or how do you feel like women find their feminine side?
So this is the challenge because, and I don't want to be too like scientific or esoteric or like spiritual, but the truth is, a lot of the times I think the reason why women, I heard this, a woman on a podcast said it so eloquently, and I know I'm going to butcher what she said, but essentially she said a lot of women go wrong inside of trying to find and establish their femininity because they're doing it through the eye of the masculine. What does that mean? It means that we are trying to understand it. We're trying to make it tangible. We're trying to achieve it. These are all masculine traits. Whereas to be inside of your feminine just means to be, period.
You automatically, it's innate.
Yes, it's an embodiment of it.
So no thinking like a man. You just gotta be.
You just gotta be a woman,
Absolutely.
and without the idea of the societal norms of how men think femininity is. Feminine is flow. It is creativity. It is love. It is nurturing. It could be tsunami or it could be river. And it really depends on what kind of boundaries that you have for yourself and learning yourself.
Okay.
So you got to practice the embodiment of being feminine, which means how do you talk? You know, the way I talk to my man is very different from the way I talk to my girls. You know, the way that I talk to a baby is very different from how I talk to my parents. You know, how do you dress? And not to say that you need to be sexy, because I think women are way overly sexualized and way overly objectified today. However, do you feel good in what you put on? How do you do your hair? How do you do your makeup? Do you want to wear makeup? Do you not? Like, we should leave in a way where we feel good when we walk out the door, period.
You're right.
And when you get on that vibration, you attract on that vibration. You know, so it's really about embodiment and less about understanding and more about just feeling into it.
Is that how you feel into it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just. So let me ask you this: how do I want to put this? Can a man at all tell a woman how to be feminine?
I think men do try to tell women to be feminine. I think men think they have this idea of what it is, but when they ask for it, because a lot of men say they want a feminine woman and don't mess around and say they want a divine feminine woman, because you got to remember, divine comes with God comes with light. When you bring light to the dark, we exposing all the demons. There it is. And a lot of men are not prepared for that level of accountability. Right?
Somebody have to rewind.
Right.
Said a lot.
I'm just saying, right? So I think that men definitely have an idea of what they think it is, but the funny part is most men are trapped inside of what they believe the gender roles are, which is very different from the feminine energy. You know.
Do you believe in gender roles? Like,
absolutely. And not in the traditional sense. I believe you create the rules and roles that you want in your relationship.
Absolutely.
Don't tell me I'm not going to be the girl that's deep cleaning the house. I'll tell you right, I have a cleaner right now by myself. I'm not going to, there's certain things, I'm not going to be the girl that cooks breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I could order real well.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can order. Now, I can cook, but if you expect breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week out of me, don't choose me. Just, this ain't the one you want. It ain't going to go well. I'm going to make you a smoothie for breakfast. And that's another thing, too. You got to look at alignment. Like, breakfast food. If I think about breakfast and my man is like, ooh, baby, make me grits, pancakes, bacon, and sausage, I'm going to be like, here's this smoothie real quick. And a ginger shot.
Right.
It's fresh.
Right there.
You know what I mean? It's everything you need. So I think that the roles are knowing yourself enough to be willing to say no to what you know is not for you. And I think we as women, we want the outcome so bad that we'll rationalize bad behavior. We'll rationalize disrespect. We'll rationalize red flags because we've been born and bred to believe that we need to get married.
Yeah. I said it.
Yeah. You said that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to my next question. I'm glad because that's a nice little segue to bring that or whatnot. You also had on there that a lot of women don't understand the difference between being married and being a wife.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can you elaborate on that more to people that may have not seen your show about what you meant by that?
So what I mean by that is we live in like this weak generation Because marriage to me, right? My dad ruptured a disc in his back. We went through two rounds of cancer. My mom has gained weight. She's been stressed. My parents, at the end of the day, love each other. They still hold hands. And not to say they are perfect. They are not. I'm sure they get into it. I've just never seen it, you know? But I personally, they've never fought.
So they keep that from you?
Oh, for sure.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know. Like, have you ever screamed at this man? And, you know, now that I'm an adult, me and my mom, we'll kiki, or me and my dad, we'll like laugh about like the other person. But realistically speaking, I personally feel as though when you get married, and this is the problem with society, I think, most people look at marriage like, well, if this doesn't go well, let's get divorced. It's easy to get a divorce. Yeah. It's easy to quit. Yeah. It's easy to say I'm done. It's easy not to do the work. It's easy to build resentment because you don't want to have the hard conversations.
There it is.
It's easy to, allow access to you in an inappropriate way and then blame that person and gaslight that person for doing X, Y, Z. Right. It's so easy not to take accountability. And to be honest, it's human. Because humanity wants to stay comfortable, right? We want to stay inside of this comfortable bubble. But marriage to me means we ride in this thing till the wheels fall off. Oh, you don't like me today? That's fine. Tell me why. What did I do?
Right.
And if you do those things, and for me inside of my marriage, what I believe, I'm praying, hey God, I know you hear me right now. So I'm praying that when it's my time, that my husband and we do assessment dates where it's like, okay, where could I show up for you better as a wife? Where can you show up better as a husband? And you're so just transparent with how it works that it's like, oh, and because you're doing it consistently, I don't have 38,000 things that I've packed into a bag that's bottled up inside of my body and filled with resentment because I've taken the time to have those conversations.
That's important.
Being a wife means loving that man through the ups and downs. Being a wife means writing it out even when you don't understand. And truly what I believe is being a wife means being submitted to the mission that y'all have together. Being submitted to that man because you trust his leadership. Being submitted to the God inside of that man because you're in tune with God yourself. And if you can't do those things, marriage is probably just going to be like, if it's hard, we can always get a divorce. But that's not what marriage is to me.
Man, she's speaking them truth, man. Do you feel me, man? Hey, there's a lot of people out there that
it's giving.
Hey, you feel me?
Giving is giving.
Hey, they needed to hear that stuff, man. Like, because a lot of people may not know, you know what I'm saying, or follow you, but they needed to hear that today. You know, because like you say, you know, women are embedded or bred as young girls. They playing with Barbie doll like me and you talked about, you know, that okay, I gotta be like Barbie, I gotta find my Ken, I gotta be married, I gotta have the wedding ceremony, the ring, you know what I'm saying, the dress and all this. But like you said, but they don't know what comes with it though to be that wife.
It's like the thing everybody tells us we need to do that we're never prepared for.
Right.
And then I agree with that. On top of we are bred to be wives, we're only valuable. That's the worst part. We're almost looked at as less valuable if you're single with no children. There have been men, like right now, I'm single as in I'm not married, right? There have been men that'll be like, oh, but you're not married. So I've been engaged 2.5 times. Okay, I could have getting married is easy.
Hold on, two and a half.
I knew we were gonna go.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I was told it'd be no math, but I was trying to figure out.
God,
we can talk about it if we gonna talk.
I didn't know there was a such thing as have. Like either you are or you're not. You know
well, you say maybe?
No, what happened was this man asked my dad for permission to marry me in front of me and my mother.
He didn't know how that worked because you kind of do it.
I mean, I could give you his number. You could call him. Give him a pointer or two. You know,
we'll have him watch the show.
Yeah, but I say that to say that if we are born and bred to get married, and then now you're looked at as more valuable. You know how many miserable married people I know? They can't stand their husband. Yeah. But they're married though. Yeah. Oh, you made it because you're married. Yeah. Oh, you made it because they are tired, they are frustrated, and damn near hate their own kids. But their parents though, that's not how it works.
Right.
If it's not in alignment with what you truly want, if it doesn't actually bring you joy, be patient for it. Yeah. You can't rush. It's like trying to rush a pregnancy.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's what, just talking, between men, that's the reluctance of a lot of men to commit because there's a lot of men got to figure out, okay, does she just want to be a wife? Does she just want the, or is this a commitment thing that, we going to stay together and we going to grind and we going to grow together, So yeah, I mean, I see that. Because just when I was asking about gender roles and can a man teach a woman to be feminine, it goes the other way around. It's a lot of women that's like, well, this is what masculinity is, and this is how you do it. And I feel the same way as you on the man side. Like, just be you, and whatever that is for you, it's in you. You know, now, I don't know if you feel like the waters are muddied a little bit when you talk about LGBTQ and you know what people identify as. But for me, when it comes to being a man, I'm gonna tell you how to be a man, because I'm gonna be a man. You know, it's not for me to tell you; it's for me to just be me. You know, so
yeah,
you know, so I feel you.
And I think like masculinity and femininity are energies; they're not genders.
Right.
So even inside of the LBGQT community, even inside of the community, I'm learning, y'all. Don't judge me or do. Look, I'm sorry, I'm ignorant to the world. Okay, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I say that to say, there's masculinity and femininity inside of that world as well. Inside of the world, it's just masculine energy and feminine energy. And I think that what we as women get to understand is that masculine men don't want masculine women. And so I really challenge women that want, because women will say, "Ooh, I want a top 1% high value man." Oh, he ain't gonna have the time that you may be looking for.
There you go.
You can have a man that is providing for you and may not have the most time, or you can have a man that counts on you to pay the bills, but he has all the time.
There you go.
And then there's everything in between, right? And there's
Absolutely.
no right or wrong. It just comes back to what do you want
what works
for you.
and y'all together.
You know, and I think that we keep messing that up. When you go look at the traits of masculinity, which is certainty, it's groundedness, it's direct, it's decisiveness. There's so many things that are masculine. Feminine is soft, it's nurturing, it's loving, and we all have both. Men have feminine.
Absolutely.
Every man on this planet has feminine energy, and every woman on this planet has masculine energy. It's natural.
But it's crazy because, you know, like you said, men have feminine side and a masculine side. But if you see a man acting feminine, another man may be like, oh, he's sassy. You know what I'm saying? He must go the other way because he's showing his feminine side. But like we said, everybody has that in them.
Yes, everyone. It's a spectrum though, right? In the book The Way of the Superior Man by David Data, he talks about the spectrum, where if you are type A, full-blown in your masculine, you probably only have 10 to 20% feminine, and you're 80 to 90% masculine. And on the flip side for women, when you are inside of your divine feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine, you are 10 to 20% masculine and 80 to 90% feminine. So it's realistically just where are you on that spectrum? Right. Most times people want the spectrum of 10 to 20% feminine, masculine, 90% masculine man, but they are down here where they 90% masculine woman. No, this man doesn't want this woman. Right. This man wants this woman. Exactly. So if you aren't willing to be in alignment and be this woman, don't go for this man. You need to just, you know what I mean?
You got to find somebody that you line with. Like you said, you got to find somebody with you line with.
Okay, she talking. The audience like what you're saying. Yeah. So what brought you to It's Giving? Like what made, because you know, podcasts, we get a bad rap. We do the men versus women. Yeah. We do this and that. Yeah. You know, we telling people what to do. Like what made you say this is something I'm comfortable doing? This is the knowledge that I want to share.
Yeah, well, I love people. I love people and I love conversations. So even like It's Giving, like I don't say I do interviews. I have conversations with people. You want to talk about moon and the aliens. You want to talk about Jesus and the ancient Egyptians. You want to talk about, you know, whatever it is with the intention of healing. I love having conversations. And I love that, you know, people come sit on the It's Giving couch and they say things they've never even said before. I had Les Brown on the show. Do y'all know who Les Brown is? Les Brown. He is a pillar inside of motivational speaking. He literally paved the way before Tony Robbins. But like he is. I cried when he came on my show. Books, YouTube. I listened to this man every day on YouTube for 10 years. I kid you not. Man. So when he came on my show, major shout out. Thank you so much.
Shout out Les Brown.
Yes, he came on the show and he gave me 2 exclusives. This man is in his late 70s. I think he's 78 years old. This year he'll be 79. For over 40 years he's been speaking all over the world and told me 2 things he ain't never told nobody before.
What's that?
Well, one was about Gladys Knight when he was married.
And you gotta watch It's Giving.
It's Giving legendary. Okay, we had all the things, but I say that to say people feel comfortable. I just want people to feel comfortable to tell the truth. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
That sound like us.
That's our best. We try our best to make everybody feel comfortable, be themselves or whatnot. You know,
hot, but I'm talking about, I'm comfortable.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So What would you say about ladies that actually say now that dating is hard? Because I know you heard that numerous times from women that, man, dating is hard. I can't find no good man. All this and all this. What advice would you give those type of women that's saying that type of stuff?
How strong is your audience? How direct can I be?
Be as
direct as possible. We want you. That's why we asked you the question, because I want you to be direct as possible. Be upfront and real.
Ask me the question one more time.
What do you say to ladies advice or give them advice about how dating is in the society now?
Dating is only hard if you're not working on yourself.
Hey,
dating is
you can't get no more realer than that.
Dating is only hard if you're not working on yourself. Number one, and this is the thing, because you have to remember, I speak to women that want masculine men. Okay, that's my demographic. Mm-hmm. Masculine men. A masculine man is visual. Number one. I'm not saying you got to be in the best shape of your life. I'm saying you got to do the best with your genetic potential. And the best that you do with your genetic potential, the higher level of options that you will have with a masculine man. It just is what it is. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say it, and this is the truth. The same way that men be looking at women.
Some feelings.
I'm sorry. The same way that men are visual is the same way that women have the desire for safety and security. So money and look are equal for men and women. Okay. And so the same way that these men be feeling butt hurt and they get their feelings hurt when we talk about, well, would we date a man that makes $40,000 a year? No, we would not. Why? Because the truth of the matter is, I actually heard someone say this on a podcast. The gentleman said, the reason why women don't feel comfortable with a man that believes in a 50-50 household, and y'all got to tell me what you think, because maybe y'all believe in 50-50. I don't know. I ain't judging nobody. But this is what this man said on the podcast. The man said, if a woman does not feel comfortable with a 50-50 man, what she doesn't know is subconsciously it's because that man is not striving for the best that he could be. Because a man that is full-blown in his masculine wants to provide. He may not be able to initially, but the desire should be there. And if you're with the right kind of feminine energy, I just had a lunch with a person the other day, and we were talking about, we were just having a normal conversation, and he was like, damn. And this is a friend of mine. He's like, just having this conversation with you, I got to go harder. When you get around divine feminine energy, there is something about being in your presence that makes you want to be more, do more, have more. And not from a space of I'm lacking, but from a space of I'm inspired. So I think that for us as women, when we get into that feminine energy, which does look like emotional regulation, which does look like stop cussing that man out every time you're disappointed, which does look like be freaking solid. Stop trying to switch up or choose up every time you get an opportunity to be around a new kind of man. Like stick with your person, you know, or maybe,
about that.
or maybe it's that you actually start reading books. You know what I mean? How can you bring that man value? And inside of you becoming more valuable people are going to either want you around or want to keep you for life, making you their wife. So I feel like dating is not hard. Dating is so easy. It's so simple. My God, you just have to put yourself in the position to date the people that you want to date.
Yeah.
That's a clip.
Right. Right. Now you spoke on 50-50. I got a couple of questions about what you just said. You spoke on 50-50. Now, a lot of people, when they get into a relationship, they're not asking for one. They may be asking for 50-50, but let's say, y'all it was just a mutual thing, y'all splitting bills or whatnot down the middle. Mm-hmm. Does that make the man, in your eyes or your opinion, make them feel like that they're not striving or being 100%, even though it's just a mutual thing between the woman and the man that
they worked out?
They just splitting, and it's nothing that they talked about. It's just happening. You know what I'm saying? Does that make the man feel like, in your eyes, that he's not striving to be 100%? I'm asking you though.
I will say for me, it is an absolute pleasure to provide for some. Like I don't know. I can't even put it as eloquently as you did, but when you have somebody that's for you, I'm a loyalty person. You know what I'm saying? So if I have somebody that is there, I don't feel slighted when I'm buying hair, clothes, nails, whatever.
Hair?
Because hey,
wifey.
Because that makes me feel good that I'm able to do for, and especially when you're talking about, even if it is just cosmetic stuff, even if it is materialistic things, like that's me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's mine.
Hey, go on, baby, go on. Let me. How much you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Boom. My wife asked me for money. I'm gonna give her a little bit more just because. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's a feel good, and it's like that's the type of thing we got going on. Mm-hmm. I understand it may not happen all the time, but I don't feel slight. The point is, I don't feel like man, she wants something else. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
You've done you bought your wife shopping sprees. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just that's a good feeling.
Yes.
As a man, for me.
And I think
so I get what you're saying. With that.
I think that when I think the problem is men are choosing women they don't really like for real. They're choosing women that are good for a night and not good for a lifetime. That's just the truth of the matter.
That's another clip. We go.
You know, it is what it is.
It's funny you say that too. Yeah. I'm gonna let you finish your thought. Go ahead.
Well, I say that because if you choose somebody that you know rocks with you, that you know has your back, that has aligned morals, that has an aligned vision for what you're submitted to the mission. Submit means sub, which means under, mission, right? You're under the mission and you're going somewhere, right? Inside of this relationship, ships have to go somewhere. It means they're traveling somewhere.
All right, break it down.
So if we are doing that, we're going from point A to point B. And you love this woman because of masculine energy that loves you wants to solve a problem. Period. It's innate inside of men. It's not something you have to. Ladies, if you are begging your man, if you have to ask your man, because this is something too. We as women, we don't have to ask for anything. We state the need. Mm-hmm. We plant the seed, and if he loves you, he will want to solve the problem. So I feel like the problem is most men aren't committing because they're choosing women that they know. They don't want to even commit to each other. It's convenience. It's comfort. It's easy. It's simple. But relationships are challenging. And that's why it goes back to this weak generation, this weak society of how people, they quit. They quit on everything.
I caught a little bit of flack for being the fixer and so. Because, sometimes, be real, sometimes women just want to vent and they don't want a solution. And I'd be having to catch myself. Well, you could. Like, damn, she don't want to hear that. She's trying to vent. I know fellas are going to do that. Right. I was like, okay, well, shit, you going to keep crying about it. Let me tell you what you can do. I got some suggestions. I got some ideas.
Just ask her. Because feminine is flow, right? It's like you either catch the wrath for trying to fix the problem or you could catch the serenity of the water. It's literally like, baby, who do you want me to be right now? You want me to give you solutions or you want me to just listen? Oh, you just want me to listen? Great.
Right.
It might go like that sometimes. Sometimes I want you to know what I want you to do. You know what I'm saying? So I got you. But it's funny because we got a running joke sometimes. We get women on here sometimes, or just in general when we talk to somebody. We're like, are you single? You're dating? Just getting in the business. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And, complicated. And I always joke like, fellas just have a better situation. She in a situation. She not gonna say how committed she is, but if you come with a better situation, you might have a shot. It be like that sometimes,
Right.
So it's funny when you said that,
because the other thing I was gonna ask you, because people gonna watch the show and they gonna ask, okay, so she got all this advice. What's her personal life like? Does she got it together?
I have a great personal life. I love my personal life.
They gonna be like, does she have a man? Like, who is she with? Who, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is she not married? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on in her life? Because she has all these answers, but what about her relationship?
Yeah, I think that I have also been inside of the mindset of marriage and a family. And it wasn't until I've been engaged 2.5 times. Getting married is easy. It wasn't until I was like, no, I'm after happiness. I'm after alignment. I'm after truth. I'm after peace. So now, marriage and a family, anybody can give you that. Mm-hmm. Anybody can give you marriage. That's so easy. But like truth, peace, joy, like alignment, it matters who fills that spot. So for me, I've walked away from situations. I've walked away from every situation because it's not in alignment. And I am patient enough. Even now, there's 2 men that are like, will you be my girlfriend? No, I will not. I absolutely will not.
You got to be in alignment.
Yes.
Don't get your shit alive.
You know?
Hey, you still swerving.
You know what I'm saying? You all over here with it. Get your shit alive.
Right.
Tired this way, get your shit alive.
You can't even let go to steering wheel and still drive straight. You
get that divine. It's got to be divine.
And not to say that I don't. Even in my last relationships, like I've dated great men, really phenomenal men. But if there's a part of me that feels like, or him even, realistically, I follow a lead. So if your lead is going to where I'm like, you going to Alaska? We talked about California. I'm not ready for this. I'm not prepared. If that's what it is, then let me out. I will hitchhike and get back home.
So you ain't fixing nobody. You ain't giving direction. You like, you know what? I need to find my peace.
I don't. Fix is such a hard word. I don't think I want to fix. I'm not in fixing mode anymore. I used to build a man like Build-A-Bear, to be honest. We ain't doing that anymore, okay, ladies? We got to stop trying to fix men.
You looking to follow the lead.
Yes, I want recklessly.
Okay.
Which means my man has to have certainty. My man has an essence. My man has, and actually the relationship before my last, and I've shared this now a couple times, he said something so profound to me because I thought I was really in my feminine. And for the most part, I was. But at the same time, I'm an achiever. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm doing all of these things. And
so you about 35% masculine or something? That's where you at?
No, I feel like...
Trying to get the numbers for y'all, fellas. So you can know where you get along.
Right.
No, I say that to say that I learned... Sometimes when he would tell me to do things, I would be like, oh, well, how do you want me to do it? Why should I do it that way? Do you need me to try it this way? And he would just, stop asking me questions. And he said to me one time, Sarah, if we are on the battlefield and bullets are flying, if I tell you to move, I need you to move. I don't have time to explain to you why you need to move, or we're going to get shot. When we get off of the battlefield, this is when I get to say to you, well, this is why you moved. There was this bullet, that bullet, crossfire here and there. You needed to move this way.
Right.
And so what he taught me in that moment is...
Don't get shot. Okay.
Don't get shot, but recklessly trust his leadership. And more importantly, choose a man whose leadership you trust.
Damn, that's another clip. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, golly.
The amen corner over there. Okay.
Yeah, wow. That's what's up, you know what I'm saying? So, for anybody, do you have a saying that, when you in your shows, or for anybody that be watching your shows that be wanting that extra wordage from you, do you have a saying for anybody that you like, you know what, let me say this to y'all and be done? Like, you like a cap on your end of your show that everybody watches. And,
it's so small. Like literally the end of my show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just say, hey guys, what's up? Remember that you are freaking phenomenal. Bomb.com. Nothing can stop you but you got to do something about it. And then I say, bye. And
you know what I'm saying? See, see, a lot of people, even though they're short and sweet, that's good to hear that you're phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
Phenomenal.
You're a bomb and whatnot, because a lot of people do have low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And they feel like, they can't.
Freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, they can't get it together. Like you said, they can't find nobody that's aligned with them or whatnot. They're starting to give up hope. You know what I'm saying? They setting these standards where, if it doesn't happen by this time or whatnot, it's over.
I absolutely understand the frustration.
So they're really frustrated about what their, what their goal and their vision is. But based on what you're saying, you're patient. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. You got a lot of women out here that's not patient. They want it to happen right now, right here, or it just ain't gonna never happen.
Or they feel like they're gonna settle.
There you
at
go.
A certain point. That's what you're saying. Okay.
They feel like they're gonna settle with somebody that's not aligned with them, but they get in that marriage title. They're getting that title, but they really don't like this dude.
Right.
But they getting what they wanted.
The majority of people. That's why
so.
Over 70% of marriages or divorces are initiated by women. Ain't that something? Because we're sold, statistically, it's really just saying we're sold a dream.
Yeah.
Women are told to get married. We go and we do the thing. We get married. And then it's like, ooh, this was a terrible idea. 70% of divorces are initiated by women.
Gotcha. So if a random man just walked up to you, and wanted to talk to you, what would they have to present on day one, first impression? What would they just have to do? Because you said alignment. Mm-hmm. So you're not going to know if you're aligned with this dude right out the door. Yeah. So what would they have to say to Sarah to be like, you know what?
That game? What's that Sarah game?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what would they have to say to you?
Kids say Riz these days.
Right. What would they have to say to Sarah? Be like, man, you know what? I got to do this on first impression in order to get a second date. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would they have to do?
Oh, I'm like, I don't even really meet men out like that. Like, men are like, oh, they say their little thing, and I'm like, thank you so much, and let's keep it going.
Because I know you out here getting hollered at, Sarah. I know they be after you now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Honestly, most of the people that I date are either like somebody kind of was like, you need to meet this person, or I've known them before. And honestly, I feel like most times this is going to sound really terrible.
Perfect.
Man,
go ahead.
Right. Perfect. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Only on Big Talk, Big Game.
I choose from people I already know.
Okay.
I don't really choose anybody new.
So Country Wayne got a shot. Okay, cool.
That is hilarious. I love you, Wayne. I love it. Yeah, no, I don't really meet anybody new. And when I do meet new people, like, I'll give out my phone number, and it's like a vibe. I guess I should say, yeah, but you know,
you really got you speechless.
Right, hold on, wait a minute. You got a podcast. You got me silent.
You the self-love guru.
I'm just over here thinking, I'm like, how many new men have I? And then I this is my toxic trait. If I'm not getting the consistency or the urgency or the leadership that I desire, I just fade to black.
So it's based off how
they got a chaser.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's based off how he talking to you and how he come up to you then. You know what I'm saying?
It's energy. And for sure. In essence, of let me just, for my fellas, okay? There is nothing sexier than a certain masculine essence of a man. Like when he walks up and he knows who he is, and it's like, I could do this with or without you, but I just want to pay you this compliment because, you know, I recognize a good thing when I see it. Okay. What's your name? I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you. I love a man that is confident. A man that knows who he is. Like, oh, you will probably get my phone number. Now, how you behave after you get my phone number depends. You know, that's kind of where we go from there.
Start off with the A, and then you start losing points. Is that what
well, they don't lose points. It's just and this is whether it's toxic or not. I study people and I watch patterns. So the second that things, and I'm very communicative. Look, I'm just putting all my business out there.
Put it out there.
It is what it is.
Do it.
I'm very communicative. So once I see a change in pattern, I'm going to ask you about it. Some men don't like questions. You know? And so it's like, oh, well, if you don't like my question, that was easy. You out. You know what I mean? You can't communicate.
Because you're not communicating.
Yeah, if you're
talking about it.
Yeah, and it's easy to say, you know what? I don't really want to talk about that right now. Oh, I respect that. But if you just get mad or you gaslight or I ain't got time for you got to heal. I ain't got no time for that. Because you could ask me anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm very open. I'm very transparent. Almost too open, to be honest. I just be like, my whole life, this is it. What do you want to know? And there's no shame in my game about anything. You know, I'm a relationship girl. I've only ever really been in relationships. This is the longest I've been single since I was 15 years old. And I'm doing it by choice. And it feels really good to say, no, I'm waiting for my king. This is one thing my therapist told me. My therapist said, because I used to say, oh, my future king, my dear future husband. He's like, you better stop saying future or he'll never get here. It's like the dog that's chasing with the fishing rod with the bone on the front. Yeah, it's like he never catches it. Yeah. But my husband, hey husband, like, ooh baby, like my husband is probably stressed out over some girl right now, and you know that's okay. Or maybe he's on a journey of silence. I have no idea what he's doing. And this is the thing: don't have attachment to the outcome. I know that I have a husband out here, but in this lifetime, if we never meet, well, catch you on the flip side.
All right, catch you in the afterlife.
Okay.
There it is, man. We got Sarah Fontenot in the building, man. You feel me? So, Sarah, you know what I'm saying? So, we finna have a little fun with you, you know what I'm saying? I know, you know what I'm saying, on your podcast, you be serious conversations and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, we finna really let your hair down now. You know what I'm saying? So, we
relax.
You know what I'm saying?
Hair
So,
flip? Let's go.
We play a game called Rapid Fire, and we throw really rapid fire questions at you or whatnot.
How does
you know
Sarah
what I'm saying?
think? You know?
Oh.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? And just to let y'all know, the Rapid Fire is brought to you by Love is Black. Make sure y'all go get y'all some gear. loveisblack.com. I'm sporting the shirt right now. Love is Black. You know what I'm saying? And we talking about love today. So make sure y'all go to loveisblack.com and go get y'all gear, man. You feel
that.
me? Hey, so
what you got?
Got some rapid fire questions for you or whatnot. Just some random stuff. You know what I'm saying? About Miss Sarah Fontenot.
Okay.
What is your go-to dish to cook if you had a man or whatnot to cook for? What would be your go-to dish to cook for?
I love to cook desserts.
What kind of desserts?
Pecan pie, apple pie, and I'm a scratch girl. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it for real. I'm going to be in there peeling them apples. I'm going to be like, I'm doing.
Oh, you getting busy.
Oh,
okay.
What?
You getting busy.
Thank you, Mom. You
did
good.
Getting busy. You getting busy.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
a desserts girl. Really, realistically, I haven't met a dish I haven't slain. You know,
really? Okay.
Now, if you get foreign,
Okay.
I got nothing for you. But, I mean, chicken's easy, salmon's easy, like fish is easy. It's all pretty simple.
What's your favorite thing to eat?
Salad.
Salad.
What kind of salad?
I love like a spinach salad with strawberries and feta cheese.
Oh, so you getting
blueberries.
Okay.
So no dressing?
Not really. I also don't eat meat or fish.
Oh, okay. So you're a vegetarian.
I'm a selectarian.
Selectarian.
Okay, that's a new one.
Right, break that down, please.
So I don't eat meat. I haven't had beef or pork or any of those things for like over probably 10 years now. And I haven't had chicken in probably like 6, 7, 8 years. And I just stopped eating fish 2 years ago. But if I wanted to, I would do it. So I don't like people to put me in a box, because the second that I'm like, I'm a vegetarian, if I go out the country and I want to have some salmon because it's actually salmon, not made in a lab, if that's the case and I want to do it, I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm not going to hear your mouth talking about, oh, I thought you was a vegetarian. So I'm a selectarian in all ways of my life.
Okay.
Don't put me in a box.
Okay. What's the most expensive thing you ever bought for yourself? Wow, this supposed to be rapid fire. She really thinking about this or whatnot, you know?
Can I say the most expensive thing I've ever bought for someone else?
You can do that, yeah.
Do that.
I bought my mom a Cadillac Escalade.
Really?
Get the fuck out of here. Them people just don't say that shit. I bought my mama a Cadillac Escalade.
When was this? What year was this?
2019.
Wow.
Wow.
Right,
People just don't say that. Right.
Her name is Raven. That's the car's name. It's got the Kona colored seats.
Wow.
She didn't know. She was test driving.
Wow. People just don't say
SUV
stuff
named
like
Raven.
that.
Is it black?
It's black. It's black and black.
Oh, wait a minute.
The Tucson. That's the Raven. That's Raven.
Okay.
Anyway, let me ask you this.
I had an Eddie Bauer.
Describe, if you could, the perfect date for you.
Let's go get a smoothie. Let's go for a walk in the park. Let's sit on the bench. Actually, you know what I really love? This is going to sound so corny.
Cheesecake Factory? No, I'm just joking. I'll just play it. Go ahead.
It's worse than that, to be honest. Girls going to Cheesecake Factory are really winning over me. I love to sit in the car, listen to music, and eat ice cream. And get all like nestled up in the chairs and like just talk to one another.
That is a good date.
I love that.
That is
I love, but I'm a connector. If it's shallow, I don't do well with shallow. And when I don't really eat much, so I eat the same thing every day. So bringing me to a nice restaurant, you really hurting me because they don't have much of an option.
So you're a picnic type of girl.
I would love a picnic.
Yeah, you're a picnic type of
I
girl.
would love a picnic, but don't let it be too hot because I don't like the sun just scorching.
Okay.
But yes, I love a picnic.
Okay, that's real. That's a cool date right there.
Yeah, I love sitting in the car and listening, and I love music. Or like a game night, that would be ideal. Playing like Taboo karaoke with the friends. You know.
Okay.
Food.
Karaoke. What's your karaoke song? Go-to song.
He Loves Me, Jill Scott.
Get the hell out of here. You hitting that Jill Scott?
A little bit.
Okay.
I try my best.
Let me find out.
Can I really ask you to hit a little bit, you know what I'm saying, real quick? Oh, see, yeah, see what
Now
I'm saying?
shy.
Right, see what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't be shy, you know what I'm saying?
I'm over here talking all the smack in the world, and boom, do it. I feel sick.
Jill
Oh,
Scott.
man. Would you rather have a pause or a rewind button?
Ooh. Pause, because if I rewind, it's going to change the whole future.
Okay. Good question. Good. I don't know if I want. I probably would choose a rewind button.
I know, but then you change the whole trajectory of your future.
Because
you did
possibly
different.
though.
But why else would you rewind to not do something different?
Because you know how you always got that in your mind, and everybody goes through it. Man, I wish I would have did it or could have did something different or whatnot. You know, when I had the time, but you really didn't do it. So that'll be the time to be like to go back and do that.
Can't do it. Not me. But I love that for you.
When the last time you been to church?
I stream in a church on Sundays, Change Church, with Pastor Darius Daniels.
God is good.
Darius, all the time.
All the time.
All the time, God is good.
Just testing, some people don't, okay.
No,
okay.
and also, I feel like I have a very peculiar relationship with God in the sense that a lot of people just communicate with God instead of have a relationship with God. And one is where we're constantly talking to God, and the other is where you spend time with God. And so I feel like I read this book. It's a trilogy actually called Conversations with God. That jacked me up. I'm not going to lie. And now I don't really live in a lot of the boxes that a lot of us do because we're indoctrinated into a way of thinking and being.
Systematic.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, I'm a little touched.
Okay.
Different.
My mom says unique. I say weird,
Okay. I'm gonna mess you up with those just to see where your mind is at. We ask everybody this question sometimes. How many holes does a straw have?
How many hoes?
Hole. How many holes?
Straw out here having hoes.
How many holes does a straw have?
It's one all the way through.
Good job. Good job.
Is that the answer?
I think
say
that's the answer too. I think that's the answer
I
too.
feel like it's one hole. Like a
I think that's
hole.
the answer.
Yeah, one hole.
You'd be surprised when people say.
What, they say two?
Yeah.
But it doesn't. How would it?
I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? You need
No
to
wrong answers, Sarah.
You need to
No,
make
we're trying to find the right
I
answer.
know it doesn't. You know?
It's like a riddle, but I like riddles.
Right.
So,
I know it doesn't, but people be coming over and saying it has too, and they be defending their answer to the end.
We have a long conversation about it.
That is
Let's
too.
cut the cameras off. Let's just have the conversation. but no.
They be defending their answer to the end, man. I be like, wow.
it's
Like,
one hole.
yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I
I
definitely
thought you
agree.
said hose. Does
No.
Patron have? I was like, is this what happens on the weekend? I'll be in the house, okay? I'll be playing backgammon on a Friday night. Okay.
What was your favorite subject in high school?
Math.
Math.
Yeah.
That was your best subject?
Science. Yeah, for sure. Acting. Well, theater.
Okay, so you just named 4 different things now. You know what I'm saying? You said
Man,
math,
we going
science,
math.
acting, theater.
Yeah, I didn't love art. I'm not a very good artist.
Okay.
It's not my strong suit.
Okay. Hey, everybody can't draw.
I can't or paint.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't draw.
I could get colors mixed pretty well, but like putting them on a canvas. It's just
Okay.
not the answer.
Well, like I said, we unfiltered, so I'm gonna ask you this question as well.
My God.
We unfiltered.
He
Get
said
ignorant.
unfiltered and
Yeah.
I'm scared.
We finna get into it.
Okay.
Would you rather have
Ooh.
a quickie 2 times a week,
Oh.
or make love for hours 1 day a week?
Oh, quickie.
Okay.
Hours? I'm dead. Anyway, I can't do hours. Who's got hours in them? I don't have hours in me. Do people still go for hours?
People go for it. People go.
Ow, plural? I died. I died about 3 hours ago.
Damn, 3 hours ago.
You said plural.
I mean, I'm just saying it could be 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Then I would have died an hour and 45 minutes ago.
Damn,
I'm definitely short and concentrated. Okay? Short and that's all I need in my life.
Wow. Damn.
Hours?
Hey, she real though. Cause I've been saying like, hey, most men you only gonna last about 8 to 15 minutes. That's all you gonna last about.
Realistically,
Hey,
15
fella.
is great.
Get a line and a solid 15. Get a line and get you a solid 15.
Ooh, I'm sweating.
Oh man.
That's about 32 pumps. Get you about 32 pumps in.
No, did it get it? It could be longer than that depending on how the stroke is. You know what I'm saying? It could get about 145.
He can only go 15 minutes. Them last 5 pumps,
Right.
pumps gonna be slow to the
Hey, gotta go. You only got 15 minutes. That's it.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Sheesh.
All right, so you're an actress.
Yes.
They're making the movie of your life, your
Oh.
pick. Who, besides you, is playing you at this stage where you at right now? Who can do it? You casting.
Who? Who can do it?
And besides a family member.
And I have to be this age. I was totally gonna say Viola
Well,
Davis.
give me a couple of Viola Davis.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
that woman just is
She's next.
masterful.
Mm-hmm.
If I were white, and I'm not at all, I would
whiteness.
say no. People be like, "Oh, Canada, your mom is white." No, my parents are black. Okay, I just have a blonde unit on today. The Virgin Hair Fantasy. Shout out to them. Okay, so my mom, not a family member. If I were white, Meryl Streep, also masterful.
Okay.
Now, Charlize Theron, masterful.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a fine white woman.
She's gorgeous.
The Jador commercial.
Right.
Are you guys married to black women?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
Keep black love alive.
I could not do it with the white woman.
I
couldn't marry a white
I
woman.
couldn't be a girlfriend boyfriend with a white woman.
You couldn't.
No.
Really?
Now I was hitting white women. I was hitting white women.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I could never call her my girlfriend or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't do it.
You know,
Couldn't do it.
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? What about you? Could you be with a white man?
They say never. But I just don't know. My first boyfriend was white.
Okay. Was this in Canada?
This was in Canada.
I'm about to say this was in LA? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I feel like I don't know that I can date someone I can't relate to.
That's where I'm at.
And I don't want to explain why my hair is curly when it gets wet. I don't want to talk about why I have to put lotion on every day. You know, there's just certain things I don't want. And then also, I think about if I had children with a man that is not colored at all, because I could do Latin, you know, a little song. But when I think about that, my white husband would have black children, and don't let it be a son, because now my son, number one, doesn't. It's just my brain
a lot
goes
of explaining.
And also
like
you can't relate to the struggle because you haven't experienced the systemic racism, the systemic oppression, my mind, the way my brain is set up, it's too much happening.
And then I also look at it like, you know, not to say, you know, we should still be saying it, but I catch myself saying the word nigga. You know what I'm saying? I and it's like if you got a white person in the house, you're like, damn, if I say this, does they give you the right to say it now? You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't want you saying this, but I can't stop it. It's just natural to me. Like, fuck.
And if they say it, do you call them out?
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and I don't need you on the inside of
my
blackness. I'm gonna be real with you.
All my brothers, they're with white women.
Yeah.
But they're still in Canada.
So that's why they with white women.
Yeah, and I love them. And I will say,
we're in Rome.
I have a sister-in-law, and you know, she's like a black white girl. She might be a little blacker than me. I'm like, how did you even get this black experience? I'm confused, you know. But you know, they've been together for 27 years.
Wow.
Married, 3 kids.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, what's probably been the best city you ever visited since you've been in America?
Oh, in America? Oh. I was so excited to answer it.
You can still answer the other way too. Wherever, whatever city.
In America?
Yeah. Well, you can say whatever city you want to in any country in the world.
I went to Santorini, Greece, and
that's
when
where
I
want to
tell
go.
you,
Did you see the?
Oh, of course. I saw all the things. I cried so many times on this trip. Number one, because I brought my sister. I was like, don't open your wallet, don't do nothing. Like flying first class. We doing all the things. My best friend and two of my closest friends, my sister and I, we all went.
Tap in your masculine energy, okay.
Well,
I'm messing with you.
That 35%.
Y'all ain't gotta worry about nothing. I got it, because I love you.
No, my girls, I was like, y'all on your own. But my sister, it was like something that I had always wanted to do, you know? And I cried so hard looking at that water and the white clay buildings.
The white buildings, the sunset.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I cried so hard. And it's crazy because, you know, you see pictures of like Santorini everywhere, and you may not even know that you see it. So if you guys are like, well, where is that? It's the place with like the super blue water, the white clay buildings. It's absolutely stunning. The mountains coming out of the water. It's beautiful. And I never thought I would have gone there. Like, I never was I like, oh, I can get to that place.
Yeah.
And then when I got there and I had a whole other person with me, it was like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
But that was great. On that trip, we also did Athens and Rome. We were gone for like 3.5 weeks, I want to say. And I hated Rome.
Really?
It was dark. I don't, maybe you guys can relate. I feel like the energy in Rome had me like...
Ancient history.
It was too many spirits, too many souls, too much darkness.
Especially you go to the Coliseum.
Oh, I went to the Coliseum.
Yeah.
My sister cried when she went to the Coliseum.
Yeah.
She's like, I was just talking to my son about this. It's good. Now I'm here. Oh, we're just crying. We're definitely. I'm surprised I ain't cried one time on the show. But in America, I don't know. I've been a little bit everywhere.
Compton. That's the best city she's ever been to is Compton.
I enjoyed Compton. I lived there for 3 years with my great aunt.
Okay.
From like 23 to 26.
Wow. Okay.
I never been to Compton.
They got Dr. Seuss trees. She had a pool in the back.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss.
They do.
I know exactly what you're talking about when you said that too. That's wild.
Yeah. Oh man, we got Sarah Fontenot in the building, man. You feel me, man? Hey, you know what I'm saying? So Before we let you go or whatnot, we want to play one last final game with you before we let you go. You know
I love a game.
I
said game night.
Let's play a game.
We want to play the rank.
Oh, we can do a rank? Okay.
It's time for the rank. It's time for the rank. It's time for the rank 'em with L.E.E. Lee. With L.E.E. Lee.
Rank them. So I do a little segment sometimes. I'm gonna give you. This is how we get to know each other.
Okay.
This is how they know us. We know them, so they it's interactive.
Love this for us.
So I have visuals as well, but I'm gonna we're gonna rank.
Okay.
Based off whatever it is I'm talking about, worst to first, based off your preference. We'll give you a scenario, a situation, preference, and we're gonna do it. So y'all ready?
Yes.
So today, what I got going on. We're gonna rank. It's funny, this kind of aligns. We're gonna rank relationship killers.
Ooh.
Out of these options I'm gonna give you now, it's a bunch of things you can name, right?
Okay.
So I want you to give me your worst out of these options. What kills a relationship? You got it?
Got it.
Everybody got it? Okay.
Yep.
First one.
Because you're a relationship person, so you know.
This works. Friends and family in your business.
Ooh.
Putting too much credence on the people that's giving you advice outside of your relationship. Those people. Friends and family. I got visuals.
Good visual.
Thank you.
See it.
Next one. You don't have nothing going on individually within your relationship. No hobbies, aspirations.
That made me sit back too, like, hold on.
Which means everything you got going on is invested in your significant other. Your happiness depends on them a lot, because they got their own thing going
Way
on.
worse.
Oh, man.
It's definitely worse than family.
But you're going to wait, though. We going
Next one. You have no spice. You're unwilling to spice up your sexual situation within your relationship. You're boring. Same position, same area, same role. You ain't got no sort of...
Well, you know what I'm saying? She said she only give you 15 minutes. So
Hold on now. You can do a lot in 15 minutes.
So you have bad sex. You have an unwillingness to explore your fantasies.
That sounds
Got
terrible.
And finally, these are my visuals. PG-13. Finally, you have no accountability. You don't know when to apologize. You don't take accountability for your actions.
That's the worst one.
Rank them. The worst.
The worst is number one, and then the least worst is at the bottom.
So we got
The worst is no accountability.
no accountability.
The second worst is no hobbies. You just depend on your person. You hollow. You a shell. You gotta find yourself.
You're a log.
Get yourself love together.
No, you're not a log one. That one's another one. Go ahead, though.
Well, really, the shell might be worse than accountability. So probably the shell, if you don't have nothing going on in a relationship for yourself, and then you don't take no accountability in a relationship, you got to go.
Gotta go. Okay.
And then the third one is probably family. And then the best one, I don't know how I run.
You doing it right.
The least worst one is the fourth.
Is the
number
sexual
4.
one.
Okay.
The least. Oh wait.
The worst one is number one, and then the one below.
Oh, the worst. Okay,
the worst
yeah, that's
number
what I
one.
said.
So you got it.
I said it and I meant it.
You meant it. Say what she said. What
I
you
would
got?
say the worst one for me. We got no accountability. We got no goals. We got bad sex position in family and friends. Well, I would say at the bottom, the least worst for me would be family and friends. Because I can give a damn who said what about me. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to still do what I'm going to do. So they can't make...
What's the worst?
I'm just saying the family and friends is number 4.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's at the bottom. They can't make or break my relationship.
I agree.
I don't care what you say. If our relationship is strong, it's us against the world,
Period.
basically. You know what I'm saying? So
Agreed.
I would say the worst one to me would probably be the no hobbies. Nothing going for yourself. You got to have something going, man. Like, you can't just be all about me 24/7, man. You got to be doing something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, when kids wait for their parents to say something before they want to do something. You know what I'm saying? No, fuck that. Do it on your own. You know, don't wait for me to say something. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait for me like, I'm going to go to the store. Oh, I want to go to the store too. You could have been went to the store. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've been thinking about it, but you just waited for me to move. So now that's when you want to move. Okay. You know, so I would say second would be accountability. Like she said, accountability. I mean, you got to be able to apologize for your wrongs. You got to be able to stand up like an adult and be like, okay, I messed up. I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? what can I do better to better this relationship? What can I do to be a better woman, or what can I do to be a better man for you? You know what I'm saying? For you to build this up, because like I said, we in it together. You know, and then obviously, well, you know, I may have to change that shit though. I forgot about that shit. Fuck, cause you can't be no log. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, even though we only got 15 minutes, you got to be doing something else or whatnot, you know, so.
Hilarious.
Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all talking about hours.
You got to be doing something else, but I'm going to keep it like that, you know what I'm saying? So sex will be number 3, you know what I'm saying?
And then family friends.
Yeah, family friends.
Go ahead.
No, I'll say that.
Okay. I think number 1 for me would probably be, that 1 and 2 was tough. Probably the accountability. Because, you know what? Nah, fuck that. The individualism. I'll be making these up. I don't be thinking about my end. Your happiness cannot be based off of me.
No.
You have to have an individual. Because, first of all, I'm not going to be attracted to you anyway if you don't have
something.
Yeah, you got to be an individual.
Get in a dance class.
Because if anything.
Right, do something.
Like, I don't like they complete me now. Like, I'm whole, you whole. We 2 hoes together. Not hoes. We 2 hoes together. Like, we're a whole.
And
you know what I'm saying? You got to be 100%.
Right.
So, yeah, so that is number 1. But accountability is a close second. That's 1A. 1B or whatever you want to call it. Because that just means you don't communicate well.
Yeah.
I don't got time to be, you know what I'm saying, going through, like, you can't communicate with me like an adult and own up to whatever it is you're doing or what you're not doing. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to communicate. So that, to me, that's a key on your communication. Because, you know, you might be so spoiled where I can't be wrong. You can't be I can't be wrong person. Yeah. Then we got to explore. If we going to be together, I have some fantasies. You have some as well. Let's explore them. Let's have fun with this. You know, especially if we married, that's life. So we not about to do the same thing over and over. We gotta spice this thing up. So yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about it. Let's have fun with it. Whatever you trying to do, let's discuss it. I'm gonna be open. You be open. We're gonna work this out.
We're gonna fuck outside at the park while the car is driving in motion and neutral and whatnot. I'm gonna put you on the steering wheel. We're gonna do all type of stuff.
You already had this worked out.
We're gonna do all type of stuff.
We can take baby steps, baby. Like we can. You know, we ain't gotta go all the way crazy, but we gonna get to.
We're gonna let the tire rub over your back while I'm hitting it from the back. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do all type of shit. We're gonna do all type of shit. 15 minutes now. We ain't got time for all that now.
It's gonna be hours.
That's the hours.
Hours and injury.
Well, most of them gonna be foreplay, but I need that strong foot in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna work it out. But and then finally, you know, friends in your business. I mean, that to me that shows maybe you need. We can work on that. You know what I'm saying? If you always going to friends and family, that might be your comfort zone, what you're used to. We can work with it. You know what I'm saying? We can workshop that a little bit. So that'll be last, but those other ones got to be in there. So that's the ranking for this evening.
Can I just say for the sexual thing, I think that with men, a lot of the times men think that penetration or like a little bit of foreplay is like the thing. And to be exploratory, for those of you that are listening, especially for my ladies, if you have a man that is open, there's also sexual languages. The same way that there's love languages, that's like physical touch, words of affirmation, you know, the acts of service, quality time, gifts. The same way that there's sexual languages, which is like, are you a little kinky? Are you a little sensual? Are you a little, it's called shapeshifter, which means you're all of them.
I'm trying to see a shapeshifter. Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
It's literally...
Who you gonna be today, man?
15 minutes don't serve you well, okay? So I say that to say that when you start learning what it is that you like, because most times men just think it's penetration and then we're done. So a really beautiful way is to find out what is it that you actually like. Do you need handcuffs? Do you need feathers? Do you need blindfolds? Do you need toys? Do you need nothing? Do you need candles? Do you need aromas? Do you need bubble baths? Do you need dances? There's so many things that get a woman going that most men never take the time to really learn about her, and that is the detriment to all women. So
I want you to let people know what you need, because we can get this Dateline call, you know what I'm saying? So they can call
we
do
a dating show now.
Right. Like, let people know what, you know what I'm saying, what they need to do with you or whatnot, so we can get this call going or whatnot. They call it the thing or whatnot, you know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you came on the show or whatnot. You know, glad that you came on the show.
Thank you for your patience.
Oh, no problem. And before you go, I'm curious to ask you this question. like you said, you're a self-love guru. You know all about love and how it feels and how it's supposed to look. Is love more conditional or unconditional in your opinion?
As we're human beings, love will always be conditional. And we can strive to be like Jesus and say that it is conditional, but the truth is putting standards on love is one of the smartest and safest things that you can ever do. And I don't think that we as humans are capable of loving like God because we're not God. And it's nice to think about, but it's impossible to do.
So why do most people say love is unconditional if it is conditional?
Because it sounds good. Their love, anybody that says that, show me a love, I'll show you where it's not. The only love that's unconditional is the love of God.
Yeah.
And so I feel like as long as you are that person that is, pardon me, that is honest with your love, truthful, cohesive, consistent, persistent, resilient inside of your love. But the second that you talk to me crazy, disrespect me often, or push me over, or if you do any of those things, I can love you from afar. Yeah. You got to go. Thank you for that experience. Thank you for that lesson. Thank you for being my teacher. And also, I will never see you again a day in my life.
I can see you telling somebody like, you know what? Thank you for your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? No, I'll call you. I'll call you. Like a job application. I'll call you.
I don't even say it. That's a lie. I'm not
gonna call it.
Thank you. It's been great.
Man. We got Sarah Fontenot in the building, man. Let people know how they can follow you, find you, you know what I'm saying? How they can see you, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love that. So, Ms. Sarah Fontenot is me on pretty much every platform. So, MSSARAH. FONTENOT. You can find me there. You can find me with It's Giving Podcast, Giving Podcast, and that is every platform: Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. We are growing. We have a lot of really cool conversations with a lot of really cool people. We got to get you guys on the show. Come on over.
When you want us.
Next shoot day. I don't know the next shoot day. I think it's April.
We ready.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Let's figure it out. We'll work it out.
I'm gonna get the juice out of y'all.
Let's do it. Hey,
good thing we was nice to you.
Right.
Because let me know. Baby. I'll be like, what your hours look like? Okay? So there's
show you better than I can tell.
Man.
That's pretty much it. That's how you can find me and my podcast. And if you like some entertainment, Country Wayne, you can find just search Country Wayne on Facebook. You will see I'm in there, but there's a lot of really great stories that you can watch and laugh about or like gasp about because it's giving drama.
Yeah,
it's giving some
drama. Right,
hey,
man.
Country Wayne, we want you on our show, buddy. We want you on our show, Country Wayne, man. Hey, you see, we got Sarah. We need you now. You know
get Sarah and Country. Y'all can be in
character.
Y'all can be in character. That'll be cool.
Right, that'll be hot, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We
absolutely.
love that you
Thank
came
you for coming
through
out.
And whatnot, man. Hey, man, you already know who this is. This is Big Talk, Big Game, man. You know how to find us, Big Talk, Big Game, on all social media platforms.
Absolutely.
Also on the HHN.TV app, man. Make sure you download that now. You feel me? Hey, man, once again, it's your boy D-Rail.
And I go by the name of Lee. What up?
That's our time, man. We out of here. Peace.